Let's keep it going to one of the more volatile teams right here. A little more condiments on this team right here with the White Sox this year. Now, the White Sox, this team right here, a lot of volatility right here. Now, they're plus 400 to win the AL Central, which I think is a good price if you're looking at a team that has made some changes, a lot of young talent, put some old cats in there with them to kind of, settle everything down. They can have their head on straight and look good coming into the season. As a matter of fact, they raised the bar for this team. Last season, they had an under 74 and a half. And they were at 74 and a half and they went under by 3 wins. This year, they're at 84 and a half, what they have it over here. So they raised the bar a little bit for these guys. So they're expecting a lot from these guys too. But just like me and Papi just went over, it's all kinds of volatile stuff that can happen in the shortened season right here. But great group of guys right here. Could be right here with the volatility despite what happens in the season with teams that are making progress and the bar is moving up for them. So what do y'all think about let's start with you, Papi. What do you think about this White Sox team?
Man, this is why I miss baseball. Like, who doesn't want to watch the White Sox this year? Plus 400, you got to think what last year they were probably 15, 20 to 1. That says a lot about market respect. The thing is, they've been kind of a mild contender the last couple of years. But they've, like you're saying, they have so many inconsistencies that they're trying to address. Acquisitions of Keiko, who looked very, very vulnerable last year. Underrated catcher Yasmani. And Edwin Encarnacion, that's always a live bat. And, we always have Jimenez back there. So it's going to be real interesting. The White Sox didn't seem to have a problem scoring too many runs, more so with that starting rotation. I mean, I'm not a Giolito guy, even though the metrics guys love him. I don't see it. And I would love to be proved wrong because I like the moves these guys made. And I think that in the pipeline, we know Kopech, who came up a couple years ago. You remember that guy, DJ BigBoss? Mitch Kopech, like the superstar, goes 2 or 3 games and whatever he did. I think he tore his UCL and he had Tommy John.
Yeah, he did.
And man, that was just really disappointing. But we do have Andrew Vaughn, a first baseman from NorCal, looking great on offense. And you got to remember, more importantly, saving runs on first base on the defensive end. That's where that guy is going to be a star. You need that. You need those defensive metrics to be up because that's part of how you win games, right? Fielding errors can mean being in the playoffs or not. You got to address it. And they kind of do have a guy over here. Dylan Cease, we saw him come into the form as a starting pitcher, kind of like Giolito. Remember Giolito in 2017 got absolutely wrecked, right? He was getting annihilated, and then he kind of cleaned up his act a little bit. He still is somebody I don't trust so much, but I think that they're kind of going down the same path, Giolito and Cease. Hopefully another year will help Cease be better. But this is a mistake. This is a big mistake on my part. This guy, Luis Perez, or Luis Robert, they are so high on this guy.
Yep.
22-year-old with a $50 million contract who absolutely had the most impressive year in high A, right? High A in 2019. But this guy is 22. $50 million already locked up. No MLB experience. Has been in America for 3 years. That's a fucking mistake. And things like this. He has a unilateral option with a huge lucrative deal you can pick up. And as a team to offer that to this fucking guy who's been in America for 3 years, never played in the MLB, he's got 50 mil. That's a mistake. You can't give these fucking young guys that type of money. Insane. So I think that might be the death grip on these White Sox to not be able to make the moves they need. They do have Alex Colomé and Aaron Bummersuit, two of some of the top tier closers, but it's a mishmash. I don't know how this whole thing is going to work together. I think that they can be good. They can be contending with the Indians and the Twins, but I don't think that they're going to succeed them. I think that there's already a clear mistake with this Luis Robert signing. But, I'm kind of going on a tangent here. I just think it's a team that I was so excited. This is why I wanted to watch MLB, to see these White Sox and how this fucking melting pot of people are going to work out. So I would say this team is going to be decent. Would love to see some games to actually get a metric on what they're going to do. But man, I miss MLB already.
You wouldn't put a sprinkle on that plus 400 for them to win the.
4-1.
If all the pieces come together though.
4-1 compared to 15 or 20-1 I should have got last year. Why? What makes them that much better? Three or four times the odds now with this lineup that we don't really know is going to mash or mish or mosh, whatever you want to call it. No, thank you. No way.
I like it. I respect that. But me on the more riskier side, I say I like to take a chance with new beginnings. I've been looking for that. I've been looking for that team like the Patriots. Like imagine if you was a Patriots fan, let's say 10, 12 years ago, and you've been just pounding the Patriots the whole time. Like your bankrol's nice right now when you can find that actual team to follow at that stage.
Big favorites in baseball, if you've just kind of been blindly betting, they usually have won. You'd be up more than you'd be down. So I know a lot of people are taught not to take fat lines in baseball, but a lot of the time it works. And it's proven that you would have profited significantly, double-digit units, just taking a favorite every time in the past couple of years. So, or a minus 200 plus favorite,
Yeah, that's when you got a big wallet, you could do that kind of thing. Just pull out the big wallet, slam it on the table, and take the money they give you back. That's winning. That's winning.
So ROI, I mean, if you did that with $1 million, man, probably up 100, 200 grand, right?
Yeah, exactly. You'll make more in that one bet than some people make a whole month. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what's your feelings on this, Joey? These White Sox.
So the White Sox, they have lost 7 straight. They have 7 straight losing seasons. My projections have them winning 82 games, so they'll be 2 games over 500. They had 72 wins last year, so I'm giving a 10-game boost here. Starting rotation, obviously, Lucas Giolito. So going into last year, Ronaldo Lopez was supposed to be the ace, and after last year, now this switch. Now Giolito is now supposed to be the ace because Lopez really had a lot of control issues, but that should improve. But Giolito, no qualified starter, threw more pitches in the strike zone. He threw 47.4% in the strike zone. And then he had the second lowest contact rate of strikes in the strike zone at 77%. So that's pretty good. So I really actually like Giolito. I know Papi was a little unsure of it, but I think he's going to be a future ace. I really do. And then Keuchel, they signed him 3 years, $55 million. I think that's crazy. I don't think Keuchel is worth anything near that money. He's probably like a back-end starter. I know they slotted him in the 2 spot here, but after the season starts, I would assume that Cease will move up and Ronaldo Lopez moves up. And I really don't think he's a 2 starter, and he just got paid crazy amount of money, but that's besides the point. And then they added Gio Gonzalez, who another guy, old veteran who has no heat on the fastball, who I'm not afraid of. But they made a couple key additions in their lineup, adding Yasmani Grandal, Edwin Encarnacion, and then obviously Kopesh, as Papi mentioned. I actually watched a game, a spring training game before this all happened, and he was pitched, I think, 1 inning. I'm pretty sure he pitched 1 inning, and he was just hitting 100, 103, 104 in the strike zone. I think pretty sure he struck out 2 or the side. He struck out 2 guys or the side, and he was really impressive. I've been waiting on him. I've had him in my Dynasty Fantasy League for 2 years now, so patiently waiting for him to come back and improve and be worth my investment there. But I really don't think this team wins the division. They will probably compete. I'm giving them 10 more wins than last year already. They haven't had a winning season in 7 straight years. So I think essentially they would be happy with 82 wins. This is a start for their rebuild, a start to make this team better. And they're also got, the Twins and Indians are both solid teams, but this team's lineup, I really like the White Sox lineup as well. Tim Anderson had a killer year last year. Then Mancada, Abreu, Grandal, Edwin Encarnacion, Eloy Jimenez. They added Nomar Mazara from Texas. And then if they ever call up Luis Robert, he'll be in there as well. So I actually think, this team will compete. I think they're going to win the division? No. But I'll give them 10 game improve from last year.
So no sprinkle for you either.
No, I'll put that sprinkle on the Oakland Athletics at the same price.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But let's go over to this team's food choices at their stadium. See what they talking about right here. Now, this one might be kind of nice for some people. Some people might like this 16-inch brisket mac and cheese grilled cheese with the onion rings on top. Now, if you're on a nice little date, you can share that, for two. Even if you go with a nice group, y'all could probably share that right there. I don't think that's that bad though. What you think about that, Parlay? Too much carbs?
No, we need those carbs, man. We're gonna be eating that, DJ BigBoss. We're gonna be eating that together. That looks actually pretty appetizing right now.
Yeah, I don't like them slapping macaroni and cheese on everything, but macaroni and cheese, they can't really go bad most of the time. So that might be a good one right there. I'll definitely try a piece of that. You try a piece of that, Joey?
Nah, I'm good on that. You guys could have that.
Yeah, me and DJ, I'll smash that.
Yeah.
Eat that whole thing.
Yeah, it's probably about $40 too, so you guys could have that.
Hey, when you decide you're gonna pay that ticket to go to the game, you got to bring that extra load with you because it just goes down.
That's for sure.
Either that or eating the car.
Yeah.
Concessions at a theme park or a baseball stadium, what's more expensive?
Probably baseball. Like including beer and whatnot. Like you go to Yankee Stadium, you're buying a beer, it's $15 for one beer.
Yeah, I was at
it's $15 at the Theme too. I mean, at the theme park too.
Yeah, at Disneyland, I think I had a beer for like $14. I was like, this is fucking outrageous.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. They're about the same.
Yeah, man, $100 and you'll fill yourself up plus your ticket.
Who-Bangin Sports Talk. What up, now? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.